Not every trail has to be in the middle of nowhere. Today, we're going to hike around the town of Canada-Flintridge. Now, if that sounds like a lot of walking on sidewalks, nope. We'll climb through 2 mountain ranges with views all about the Los Angeles area. In between, we'll follow a pleasant, park-like path through beautiful, affluent neighborhoods. Your feet will touch pavement for only a few minutes. Now, because this is a 12-mile loop, you can start the hike just about anywhere you can park the car near the trail. I've chosen this public parking lot at the corner of Foothill Boulevard and Indiana Avenue, but I'll suggest other starting points along the way. Walk to the path that parallels Indiana Avenue and turn right. You are now on the Loop Trail, which was built to connect us to the other trails on this trip. It does start off noisily, crossing over the 210 freeway on a pedestrian bridge. And keep in mind that until January 2023, this section is only open on weekends. Follow the path to where it crosses Verdugo Avenue. There's going to be a few street crossings on this hike. It's just the price of admission. Speaking of which, in a few minutes we come to Descanso Drive. After crossing, turn right, walk along the street for a minute, and then turn left where the path leads down a short driveway before taking up on a trail to the right. You are now walking just outside of Descanso Gardens, a 150-acre preserve that first opened in 1950. Now, perhaps on another day, you'll come to visit and see the roses, camellias, Japanese garden, and oak woodland. Now, here's a fun bit of trivia. According to the garden's website, Walt Disney briefly considered the property for Disneyland. Perhaps Tinker Bell, after some reconnaissance, whispered in his ear that the neighbors wouldn't have taken kindly to that. The trail climbs, sometimes steeply, into the San Rafael Hills, and then joins the Descanso motorway with its views to the Verdugo Mountains, San Gabriel Mountains, Montrose, and downtown Los Angeles, among other places. After about 2 miles, we come to this junction with the Cherry Canyon motorway. Turn right and continue on this road as it descends into Cherry Canyon. When you come to these power lines and a maze of trails, turn left, sticking to the motorway. At the end of the Fire Road, we hit a paved road, which is the beginning of the Flint Canyon Trail. Descend to Hampstead Road, which you cross, veering left and continuing down the trail. The feeling changes here, almost as if you're on a secret garden path known only to the locals, which actually might be true. Even on a weekend, the trail is less crowded, quieter. And then there are those street crossings. For the first 6, it's obvious where the trail takes up on the other side. You could, if you wanted, park at any of these junctions and start the hike from there. After about 4 total miles at Chula Cinda Lane, veer left as you cross and then go right into Woodfield Road. For a few minutes, you'll be on pavement. When you reach this bench, a convenient place for a rest, turn right, cross the wash, and then turn left. The trail finds its way along Berkshire Avenue. And then dips to this pleasant, shaded creek bed. We cross it. And come to the 210 freeway. We go under it, then under Oak Grove Drive, and emerge at the Hahamongna Watershed Park. You have now left the Flint Canyon Trail. Turn left and head for this bridge, where we turn right and continue through the park. You might have noticed along the way these baskets. Here we have the country's first standardized disc golf course, a game played like golf, but with frisbees. The course has been here since the 1970s. It was designed by Steady Ed Hedrick, who also coined the term disc golf, and I'm sure not coincidentally designed and patented the modern-day frisbee. Now, before Hedrick came up with these so-called disc pole holes to catch the frisbee, players used to use for targets drinking fountains, fire hydrants, garbage cans, and even light poles. This is another convenient place to park and start your hike. Look for Oak Grove Drive, which runs alongside the park. Veer through the park to this crosswalk at La Cañada High School. Cross the street, head right, cross Foothill Blvd, where there's a trailhead to your left near the corner. We're now on the Gould Canyon Trail that eventually leads us into the San Gabriel Mountains. Unfortunately, the first mile or so is the least scenic portion of this trip. I think of it as the only way to get back to the good stuff. The one place where the route is a little unclear is when we come to Night Way. Turn left here, cross the street, turn right at the corner, and the trail continues a few feet later on the left. The trail starts climbing, sometimes steeply, as it rises into the San Gabriel Mountains. Along the way, we hike under this nearly 100-year-old arch bridge, part of the Angeles Crest Highway. Now note above you the spray-painted Led Zeppelin graffiti, courtesy, I'm told, of a student at La Cañada High School, class of 1975 or thereabouts. Not long after the bridge, we turn left at a driveway and then go right up Harder Lane. A good test of your leg muscles. At this dead end, the trail takes up again and becomes the Crosstown Trail, which will take you to your car. More than a mile, the trail climbs with views to La Canada-Flintridge, Pasadena, and beyond. The trail is generally well marked. However, if you're unsure about where to go when you hit a junction, continue ascending and you'll be fine. Eventually, you reach 2 picnic tables where the trail crests and starts downward. A great place to rest. Our gratitude to the people who put the picnic tables here. You now have about 2 miles left in the journey. It starts out steeply on an eroded surface, but eventually eases as you pass this service road and head back into the suburbs known as Alta Cañada. You'll cross El Vago Street and then Olive Lane. Finally, we hike through this power line easement and come out to Indiana Avenue. Turn left, and you'll find your car after crossing busy Foothill Blvd.
So, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Just to let you know, I post 1 hike each week. And in the meantime, go to the woods. No matter who you are.